Hi Bridget.
Hi Kim.
So we often get asked questions about children and listening. And what we wanted to ask you today was, how do you get children to listen? And in particular, how do you get children to listen the first time without resorting to yelling?
Look, well, I think first we should talk about why children don't listen. Now, I think one of the big reasons they don't listen, and it's the same reason that your husband or wife doesn't listen, is that they're human beings and it's our nature. If you tell someone to do something or give them a command, chances are they're not going to feel like doing it. It's a human response. So you have to think about that with children, remembering that they're little people. And another good point there is that we give children one command on average every minute. So, and I think a lot of people actually give more commands than that. So if you think about it, getting commands like that all day, most adults don't, but children are getting commands like that all day, so they start to filter them out. A third reason is that children often can't hear the word not in the same way that adults do. So, and often we say negative commands. So we say, don't jump off that, don't go near that, don't go down that bank. And actually what they're seeing in their mind is the picture of the rest of the sentence. So they'll visualise going down the bank, or they'll visualise getting on the chair as soon as you've said it, and that puts the picture into their mind, and then off they go and do it. So their brains actually work quite differently. And I often do it. I've got a 3 and a 5-year-old, and I often catch myself. They'll be going up near the pot plant and you say, don't tip the pot plant, but actually all the 3-year-old hears is tip the pot plant, and it puts the idea in his head that actually now I'm going to tip the pot plant. So it's thinking about that suggestion too that we're going to that we give children. So I think some of the things we can do is make sure that we're giving positive commands when we do need to give commands. So I think first reduce the number of commands and only give them when we really need to. You know, there is an extent that we can just let children actually be, and we kind of naturally step in a lot more often than we need to. But if we see something dangerous happening, just giving the command at that time and trying to make it positive. So instead of saying don't jump off the bridge, just saying, oh, that's a long way down, pointing out what the effect might be or the consequence might be so they can think it through, and let's both step back. So, you know, it doesn't become an ego battle or a command, but you're actually just saying this is a great thing to do for our safety. There's lots of situations where you can just give the consequence of what it is, or talk through the effect of what actually might happen. I think a great one's like, get your shoes on, come on, we're going to the door, get your shoes on. You're giving all of these commands and they're naturally thinking, oh, I'm not going to do that. Whereas you could just say, I'm going to leave in 2 minutes. And they think, oh, quick, we're leaving in 2 minutes, and it's a positive thing, and they know to get their shoes on. It's a natural thing that they need to do before they go. So it's, just thinking about how you can rephrase things. I think the other thing that really helps with getting children to listen is making sure that they're really involved and participating in what you're getting them to do. A great one with my kids is getting them to eat. You know, sit down and eat, sit down, come on, sit down and eat. They're very young still. And, you know, if they help to make the pizza and they put ideas on what's on the pizza, they'll just eat the pizza. And that's a really simple one. But it might be that you are having problems within the family. Everybody's, nothing's getting put away and the children are not picking up their toys. So it could be just that you sit down and the children think of what sort of things will help them to organise their lives, and they can say, oh, why don't we all put things away afterwards? And if they're coming up with those ideas and you draw the pictures together on a poster and put it up, it becomes a joint family thing and you can all hold each other up on it. So takes that power away and gives some control and agency and power back to children, and that actually really helps. They start getting really excited to be the ones that are tidying up because they've got that positive visual reminder as well. So.
That's awesome, really interesting. Thank you, Bridget.
Great, thanks Kim. Very interesting question. Thanks viewers.
Bye.
Bye.